Hello, welcome back to my channel. Northstar here with another episode of my Hearts Iron 4 Let's Play series. So I've selected a random nation, end up with Syria here, slowly building my capabilities from literally nothing using the generic focus tree. I'm preparing, but keeping my ear to the ground of where things are going. And yeah, England's going communist. France might be going fascist, or just right-wing democratic. Iraq, they could be going fascist, so they could be a threat to me. I don't know what India is doing. South Africa is slowly going fascist. No idea what the Amerindia. Brazil is going communist. Radicalized proletariat. Okay, so communist anyways is where a lot of the world is going. Trudovics. What? I'm on the revolution. Trotsky plot. Trudovics? I have no idea what. It says path Marxist Leninism, so I guess they're going one of their communist subpaths. And they started with some democratic support, I guess. I don't know. No idea what's going on in Russia, but here I am, Syria. Wait until I can raid the fascists again for more stability. My brain's not working great. Raiding the monarchists. Trying to build up stability because, you know, gets me more and more political power. Also helps with factory output a little bit. Vietnam wants to buy my convoys. Right. Be interesting to see what happens over in Asia eventually, but for now, there is no Italy, there is no Germany. France is in pieces. Spain is, I guess, without having Catalonia, their front's actually cleaner. They're doing surprisingly well. I might be able to eventually get them volunteers. What's Greece doing? Venizelos, the ethnarch. Okay, so they're going either they're democratic or they're Neo-Byzantine. Right, if they go Neo-Byzantine, they could be another nation that tries to eat me besides Iraq. Cool. January 26th. I'll get these first guys done. Anti-fascist raids. Yes, please. So National Bloc and the Syrian Communist Party are increasing in size thanks to these raids. Inventive leadership, yeah. Some train people from nothing, and then later meticulous preparation when there's actual combat experience to be gained. And get some tricksters if I'm lucky. So another convoy. Up economic capacity surplus. Germany pushing world tension. I might just want to go to partial mobilization. War economy can take a while. Hard to get enough war support. Pindoraman Communist Revolution. Ongoing turmoil in Brazil has spiraled out of control in recent days, leading to a bloody civil war. The government has thwarted a plot by the communist movement to overthrow the regime in 1935, but they failed to stem the Greater Red Tide. While much of the military has remained loyal to the central government, many lower-ranking officers are siding with the communists. Many in the region are concerned that communist Brazil will trigger a domino effect across the continent of South America. Yeah, you can fearmonger about that, but no, that's not going to happen. And fearmonger, that implies it's something to be afraid of. I've said before, the communists are not the bad guys. Really, they're fanatical in pursuit of, well, a world where billionaires don't control and own everything. In so-called democracies, bourgeois democracies, you have the media owned by the billionaires, the political parties basically owned by them through campaign donations. You have other types of sway, like controlling the defense contractors. Okay, these 5 divisions are done, fully trained. Mostly equipped with basic equipment. Okay, how did these guys get deployed if they're not fully? Oh, it took away... Oh no, it didn't take away their weapons one. That's weird. The 1st division somehow has... shouldn't have been able to... That shouldn't have been able to happen. Well. They can sit in Aleppo, I suppose. Nice. That's barbed wire. That sounds a little loud. Not bad, but just loud. Now I can get a little info on, yeah, these guys would seriously take me down if I defied them over Hatay. Having an order can create weird. This wouldn't be. So they're just going to sit there and train towards becoming regulars. And I may have to recruit some junior officers, but I don't get Army XP unless they're at least fully trained. I have an idea here. Actually, can enlarge him to a wider division a little bit. Oh, but that's kind of silly. Maybe I can venture defend against Turkey. Be interesting, to say the least. Especially if I put these guys in Tay. And these guys defend the port, maybe. In case of Turkish naval invasion. Just use a little basic infantry stuff. So I mean, a little infantry 1 equipment, so I can get some more basic stuff to these. Training. well, I can do anything in the Spanish Civil War. One division wouldn't make much of a difference, and I won't get 30 divisions quick enough. Yeah, to keep looking that way. Should be able to raid the Royalists again soon. Oh, I'm out of trade. North Syrian. North Syrian Army Group, and this should be Army of Aleppo. And so it's easier to coastal offenders. Alright, you know what? I won't train them for now because they're equipped with weapons 1. Will this cost Army XP? No. Guess it's free. Some loss of efficiency, maybe. So this is actually, this is actually the very first factory I had. Just some basic military equipment because I actually swapped the newer one. Depending on when Turkey demands Taya, I might be able to tell them no if I'm ready enough for a war. Reduced attrition, no thanks. I'm waiting for is to raid the monarchist dissidents. Need a general. No, nothing. Not a trickster. Unfortunate. Still not a trickster. Come on, one of these guys has got to become a trickster. Old guard. I guess entrenchment, not horrendous. Wait, what? Did I not join a general? Nah. It reduced the veterancy as if I promoted someone. But I didn't get a 4th general. It literally just... It's like, ha! I'll take your command power and give you nothing. That's a bug. Ah, a trickster. Media personality, unfortunately, but... a trickster. This guy will be the field marshal. This old guard will apply to all these guys. Field marshals gain stats slower anyways. Let's give him defensive doctrine. And this guy, because he's got a different portrait. Oh! Whatever. The game cheated me out of a general. Doesn't make much sense. Wait, did I get an extra ad? No, I didn't. I think I had him before, right? Took my XP and gave me no one. That was stupid. Alright, well. I need my command power. Time to raid the monarchists again. Alright, construction 1. Used up the whole bonus for that. I'll need that sooner or later. Let's go concentrate industry. Wait, was the base time for that 220 days? Or I could go down the construction line. No, that's not even smart. I should do improved machine tools. It's faster and better than concentrated industry 1. Although this does benefit the dockyards a little, but yeah. This is like a 16% improvement in factory output. Main thing is I need guns. I don't gain that much by selling ships right now. guess next up, radio after support weapons radio. Unless I want to do sparkment to be able to produce some of this. Useful eventually. Probably radio first, though. I was sworn the time for concentrating and string construction differed, but I guess not. Oh well. Is what it is. Check the wiki to see if there's any excavation-based resources in Syria. That would actually be a huge boom. I could sell oil or something. Can't even see it usually until you get an excavation tech that's like a level below what you need. Yep, I can assign this guy as soon as I finish political effort and start the path to lead revolution. Eventually. Maybe a delay silly so I can do another set of anti-fascist raids. Instead, increase the mobilization of my economy. And stockpile more oil. Or I could have raised conscription laws so I can actually have a decent number of soldiers. That might be more important than any of this. Yeah. Takes a while and then start doing construction stuff. So I can import some steel to produce quicker. Don't have enough rifles to fight Turkey yet. Or enough men. Oh, I have to switch ruling party before I can take that. Alright, well. Definitely starting this. Why did I go... That didn't give me the full... Oh, it's only 120, not 150. Oops. I don't need to update these guys at all. They're already fully equipped. I'm not producing more than one. And here's... I'll set on reserve so I have a visual indication that they won't be getting new equipment. Oh shoot, but they have some basic infantry equipment I want to replace when they deploy. Darn it. There we go. So I can get stuff for this training here. Play up in these mounds. They're mountaineers, after all. I get 20 command power, I'll be able to... quick improvisation just to get... No. We've command army XP is probably more important. One of these. This is taking too bloody long. There's more people right now in Lebanon, Palestine. So one more factory here. Any resources? Nope, neither. Yeah, okay, so I need to march into Beirut soon. This is a good place for this, after all. Let's have these guys stationed here. Discourage if Lebanon actually deploys division from them marching this way. We'll probably have these guys march here and distract them. 4 with infantry division here. 6 with mountaineers attacking the Beirut. That should be enough to defeat these guys. And yeah, I'm just going to do a communist revolutionary now that's available. Sooner I flip, the better. Radio. Useful for coordination, which is useful for reinforce, which is useful for, say, having lots of small divisions defending Aleppo. I shouldn't bother, honestly, defending against Turkey unless... combat with there. Yeah. Discussing these guys to Damascus by train. This is going to be South Syrian Army Group, actually. Train-wise, still have the basic infantry equipment, but I'm going to deactivate that for now. I'm training with the basic stuff they have for a little while. And the rest of it is being put into training people around here. Coastal offenders I might just use as a source of junior officers and then disband them while they're green. That might be the smartest thing to do with them. Got more of this. It's a second group. Okay, the anarchists have formed down near Cordoba because Catalonia is not under Spanish control. Anarchist uprising. The Republicans hardly need outside assistance to lose, unfortunately. They form the Sabad Pact. Whatever. I'm doing for time. Badly. I should probably be in this soon. Doesn't look like there's gonna be more raids, but that's fine. I probably need the political power at this point for increasing conscription laws and increasing economy mobilization. Yeah. These guys. Maybe another invader. I mean, I guess if I go and fight Cyprus, that could be useful. Maybe. Make him a field marshal. Give him the... either naval assault plan or naval liaison. What does naval assault plan do? I haven't used it. I think that I was planning with... anyways, so I've got an invader. Might have some use for taking Cyprus. He's an old guard, so I guess he's also useful for defending the coastline. And this would help if I was, you know, you can have short bombardment just to help defend on the coastline. Like if somebody's marching up the coast, so. I thought it might be just one heavy cruiser sitting on the coast. Barely useful trait. Could be more useful against Turkey someday. Like, somehow I get a navy that can take them on, which is only gonna happen if I march south, really. Alright, I need a 4 with infantry template, so let's get that. Hold on. Let's see. HP 20. Yeah, Mountaineers, they have more organization, but less hit points, and they use more equipment, which... yeah, just standard infantry. Yep. Right. Cool. The naming is inaccurate. Unfortunately. With, first, fourth with infantry and ended up converting just a little bit of army equipment to army XP. I probably shouldn't have done that. In that, why are they ordered this way? Shouldn't it be by name or by... That works. So a 2 width, 2 4 widths, and the Mountaineers. And I'll train up to regular. Next time I recruit a general, meanwhile, it'll be from up here. These guys will just be green. Token force defend the coastline. Kind of thing. Fun. Communism on the rise. could do a civil war. It would cost me dearly, though. All this effort to raise an army, only have it fight itself. And you have to lower stability below 50%. So no, just open up political discourse. You can do this, but to have the actual civil war, yeah. You have to have low stability, and I've been investing in stability instead. So end up with is, let's see, 4 width and 1 6 width, which should be more than enough to take down anything here, even if like a 6 or an 8 width infantry shows up. Superior organization, I can rotate divisions in, have them attack, rest, attack. No chance Beirut will, Lebanon will resist. Not successfully. Oop. Let's not have these guys. They start. Yeah, they already started swapping equipment. That's not good. Just so I know, visually they're not getting new equipment yet. And that's my investment in my junior officer corps, basically, these guys. Well, since I checked the chat, check it this way. Unsurprisingly. Oh, someone. Hi. It's probably gone. People pop in, they say hi and leave. Sometimes they're just bots trying to establish a post history, so because you need to have a certain amount of activity to not be considered. Yeah. I will end up with a factory out here, civilian. In fact, all my civilian industry would be in the east. Poof. Well, civilian industry is less viable when war happens, so. Mexico's having a civil war. Let me guess. Fascist. Yep. This is a People's United Freedom Council. Maybe it's, I don't know, colonialists there trying to do what wasn't done in this alt history. More divisions of the army of Damascus. Hmm. The third, fourth with infantry. With infantry. These guys get basic equipment, and these guys get better stuff because they're not going to actually use it with field exercises at all. Should have done that planning earlier. I don't get it. I merged them together. They each had 100 basic infantry equipment. Now they only have 180. What the heck? Tell me it put rifles back here. Oh, it did. Alright, well, that's fine then. More rifles to train new guys. These guys will still have to re-equip later. Kingdom of Hungary renounces Treaty of Trianon. First factory goes in consumer goods, but the second one. The second one will actually be able to do construction since it rounds down. I think. That's a lot. I think one more consumer goods factory and one. Anyways, depends what my stability is at that precise point. Hmm. I need a larger infantry. Six and 8 width. Cool. First 8 with infantry. And... This is on ordering him as such. Whatever. In order of diminishing effectiveness or something like that. U.S. Congress passes Neutrality Act. Fun. So going the historical path, neutrality. Fragmented world where, oh, Germany's not really disturbing the peace. For the most part, there's no major threats. Cool. First and second 8 with infantry. Is 4 with here. Just keep at it. Keep getting more soldiers. be able to throw enough men at Beirut if they actually training defensive things. Open up political discourse. Hold national referendum. Class conflict divides Syria. Okay, that's what I was afraid. When you open up the discourse, I think increases the odds of that. Let's go back to right. That's what I saved right before. See if that happens again. Might not. It might have been a RAM event, anyways. It's probably just a RAM event. Anyways, there's no reason to spend the power on that first, so I can do more anti-monarchist raids in the meantime. Then open up the political discourse. And the Carlos rose. Oh boy. This is getting complicated, indeed. Oh. They bought themselves into Liberty Ethos, which means I won't be able to get the whole communist spirit thing. Oh, yeah, didn't get anything, but boom. Could have actually just kept him around as green for a little while, and shoot, start on that right away. Hmm. Yeah, that returns some equipment to, yeah, whatever. I needed one to defend the coast. 2 widths are just too weak, even for defending. This has, 4-1 defense, which is probably enough against most. Even 8 width won't. No one's gonna pack enough attack to crit that. So, cool. The fire would be more coordinated if they come under attack from a couple divisions. Eat with here. Shoot. It's gonna be too long. Certain whether I want to give him better equipment, but no, I may eventually want to give him a single artillery battalion as well as support artillery. Syria, the best I'm going to be able to do in permanent forward aircraft, but an air force, but I can at least have some artillery. Eventually some artillery divisions even. I mean, the Turks can easily get air support at me anyways. Might upgrade that to a 10 width actually. 8's just a little small. Taking a long time to build capabilities here. Yeah, I'll turn this to a 6 width. Push it up. I was thinking about whether I want to do that. Yeah. I could end up having to go here and just defend position. I don't know. You know, Earhart disappears, a loss of aviation, indeed. Running out of manpower here. Wait, why did they become green with that? Oh, because they get new men if I don't. That was silly. I know about the one manpower. Alright, I'm Kindness. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Until next time, it's Northstar. I do. And best luck to you all.